Thank you. So let's go to the accounts. If you come with me to page, for those of us who are here, to page page 17. That's where you have the accounts. The total income, both transfer as entrance fee, withdrawal charges, rental income, because we have some property that we place on rent, is 276,619,217 naira. We have a slight difference of about 5% from what we have last year. This was as a result of the huge remember, those who are our top management employee that we retire during the year under review. And these are the people that were contributing, thereby reducing the loan that we granted to members and investments. But we thank God that we are still able to maneuver. While the expenses, the total expenses for the year was 71.2 million for the year under review. And we have increase in these expenses because during the year in review, the administrative expenses went up. We all know that we were striving hard to ensure that we were fully automated, which I'm happy to inform the House that yes, we have. We are fully automated now. If you want to apply from loan, members can attest to that. All you need is to log into your portal, and if you want to get your balance, you need to log into your portals and to get that. Then during the year under review, we were told that we were not investing in capacity building. So if you look at the seminar and retreats, it went up because we need to invest in capacity building, especially for our members that are about to retire. So that because cooperative is all about investments, and it's all about telling you and guiding you on the ways and areas where you can invest and put your fund in best utilization. So the surplus for the year stood at 205,402,444,000 naira. This was appropriated as follows, in line with the statutory appropriation. General reserve, 51.3 million. Education fund, 5.1 million. Honorarium, 9 million. Actually, honorarium was supposed to be 10.2 million, but coordinator said no. We cannot have that. We have to give back to the members. So she decided to remove 1.2 and take that back to the dividend that should be paid to members. I think she deserves an applause for that. Yes. So that's left the honorarium for the executive to be 9 million. While members' dividend was now increased to 124.5 million. The meeting expenses was appropriated to be 15.4 million. While if you turn with me to page 18, the total assets of the cooperative has gone up from 3.8 billion to 4.2 billion. Thank you.
Thank you, my treasurer. What a very good detail. like it. Yeah, I like it. I like it. You can see my voice was higher than this before. Honestly. You know why? Thank God you are watching at home too. My honorarium has been reduced. So the expectation should be dropped. Please, everybody, note. So that's on a vital note. I think it's in the spirit of what is happening now, because we need to give. Now is the season to give. Because there's many people that are not privileged to be where we are. There's many people that need so many things. So I think that's why I'm sure the coordinator said we should give back to those we are serving. So coordinator, once again, we thank you so much. So I haven't said it, I think we'll move to the next thing. Because after they read the annual account, the next thing is to adopt the account. And no. In trying to adopt the account, people must ask questions. So I will need questions from the audience. If there's anything that is not clear, no hard feelings. These are figures. If there's any figure that is not clear, I'm sure she has a calculator. I answered can calculate something. So please, anybody with any questions? Anybody? My left has been the most active side. So I think, cameraman, focus on the right. Let them see that. See the right. See the right. Okay. Any question from my right? Treasurer, in the years of this cooperative, there are no time we give annual accounts that people don't ask questions. It's a woman. She is. So I want to believe we are all satisfied. Thank you, Treasurer. So I need someone to move it. Please. Adoption of the account, please. I need someone. And it's from the right this time. Someone should adopt it from the right. Are you heard, madam? Because if you don't adopt this, we don't need it. But this is the only reason why we came in. It's not because of these Jews. It's not because of me, or it's not because of the food. So it is mainly because of the account. So I need someone to adopt this account. Please left, hold on. Right, adopt. I'm focusing on them. Okay, the treasurer wants to.
Maybe we should just give them 5 minutes to go to the accounts and probably they have the explanation of
the people online.
Yeah. All the people online.
I'm checking online too. So people are just talking about the volume.
Okay. They said, please, the online, please, can you show me, please? I need a camera. I need a camera.
On the Zoom chat,
my online participants and cooperators, please, we need you to also adopt the account. If you have any questions, you can drop your questions. We'll read it out right now. If you have any questions, we're going to take it and read it out. So you're free to send your questions as well, because we need to adopt this thing within the next 5 minutes. So we're waiting. So while we're waiting, I'm sure we can all continue to peruse it, check the accounts. We all have our calculators by virtue of our phones. You can use your phone to calculate. A plus B plus C plus D. If it equals to Z, yes. If it's not equal to, please ask your question.
I'm looking at the sheet. Yeah, we're looking at the chat together.
Please, if there's any question, please. Let me see it. I have 2 minutes more. because I'm really considering time here. Lagos is not becoming friendly anymore. The traffic is something else. And I didn't come with a private jet, so I need to leave. Okay, I think my attention has been called to something. Okay. Okay, Madam Treasurer.
Yes.
Okay, I think I have a first question for you. I'm going to read the question while you answer it. Okay, this is a question from Mr. Adieko Adiola.
Okay.
So he said, I need more explanation on general reserve and capacity building. Okay, Treasurer.
Yeah. I would say capacity building first. You know, cooperative is all about supporting each other, and it's all about giving back. The states normally organizes programs, and these programs are meant to educate every cooperators, to educate the members, and they want us to key into it, because it's not about you investing your money. It's also about you knowing what and what to invest in, and what the cooperative is doing with your money. So that is the capacity building that I'm talking about. Then the general reserve. Every organization must have something that you have to take back to the general reserve for you to be able to fall back on. So it's statutory and it's mandatory. You must do that and comply with it. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. So I'm sure the man that asked that question, that is by the name Adeko. I hope your question has been answered. So like I said, we have 2 minutes. I just have 10 minutes more. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. So I don't know if there's any question from the audience here. I mean, the e-audience has answered the question. You've asked the question, so the live audience. The people are keeping social distance with in this hall. So don't social distance. Okay. Oh, there's another question. So let me get to my virtual people. Oh, Mr. Adiako is not even open. Treasurer.
Yeah.
It's not even open. He said
the beneficiaries, he said the question is, if that is the case, who and who are the beneficiaries? The beneficiaries are members, and the book of the cooperative is very open. We have an attendance sheet that is always maintained for all these programs. Anytime we have the program, so you can walk into the secretariat and ask for this. You will have a copy of it. Yeah, the manager. Yeah. So the manager just told me now that for the year under review, we have 30 participants from all the locations. So this is available for you to check if you want to. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, my treasurer. So I think I'll need to end the question on that one, because maybe next year I'm going to invite him to come here physically. It will not be a virtual person again. I have him again. Oh. Okay. This is, that's what I'm telling you that I love this.
Sorry, he's saying that there's another. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, you still want to answer a question?
No, not a question. He has another shot. So the Mr. Adiola saying that after this, I think he's satisfied with the questions, the response to his question. Said, I will want to move motion for the adoption of the account. So.
That was why I said I love what is happening. You understand? I mean, even people that are not physically present here, they are with us in all this thing. So after asking the question, since I was saying I needed someone to move it from the right, I didn't know someone was going to move it from the cloud. So, someone has moved the motion for the adoption. So I thank Mr. Diego for moving the motion for the adoption. So I need someone to second. Can I now get a comment from the right? Let me match there. I am matching.
I do from Lagos Port hereby supported the adoption of their accounts.
Please clap for him. That's the second person. So on this note, I believe the annual account is being resolved. And everybody is satisfied, both the cloud and the fiscal. I know this thing is not on the program, but I think it's just, like I said alongside this program, we just honored you that the president should say something even after this annual account. Thank you, sir.
Once again, before the area officer, representative of the director, give us her own speech on behalf of the director, I want to take us back as this time last year, after we have submitted our 2 years stewardship. The House also give us the second mandate, which today we have already concluded 1 year. If I can recall last year, after our re-election, we have mentioned some of our laudable agendas. That from first quarter, our action plan, second quarter, third quarter, and even the last fourth quarter of the year. At the first quarter, January, February, many people have gone for holiday and will come on the Secretariat and Zoom. On March, before we commence on our agendas for the year, then there is now breakup of this COVID-19. When there was a serious and the total lockdown, which seriously affected our implementation as we have designed and planned, at least for the members. But still, the one we have already planned or we have already carried on, the Amo Udobi, because it was in our action plan around May, June this year, we could have called all the members to engage the housing project, which have signed and embarked and partnered with the Lagos Building Investment Company. But in view of the COVID, they have been out of the project site about 7 months. In view of that, we have received a letter from them and the confirmation by January next year. All the keys about the property that were embarked on them, we are going to collect it. We could have impaired the selling, but still we are hereby announcing to all our members who are physically here and on Zoom, from next week we are going to circulate the unveiling of those houses and the prizes for the members who are interested. We are going to send a form to all our coordinators in all the 4 locations. Still, what we have been doing every year, okay, bring the banner, let's show it, and the forms are here. On the corporate gate, that is end of the year, with all the economic days of the COVID-19, we still make a provision of 50 kg bag of rice to all our members. Then we continue with our partnership with SPA. All the cars are here with the deposit of 30,000 each for all our members. But every one of us knows that during the NSAS, most of the stores of the SPA were attacked. Some of it were cut away and most of their things are destroyed, but we still continue with them because of the convenience, because of their spread in all the port locations, Wari, Port Harcourt, Calabar, and Abuja. The cars are here. In the next 1 week, we are going to send a notice to all our members. The coordinators will take their card to the various locations. In the next 1 week or 2 weeks, everybody will collect his card. By the time all the stores are now open, then you can go and make your choice. I'm monitoring the coordinators who came from Ori, representing, you can start in the, he's the representative of the members from Ori. Then our coordinator from Calabar, Dr. Chidoke, you can start. Nuru is here from Port Harcourt, who came here to represent the What is here to stand? Okay, he's at our left-hand side. The Abuja is on his way from Tangela with around 12 o'clock, the bridge was closed. He has to turn back to Surulere, he's still at the Western Avenue now. But he's also welcome, and his people in Abuja are well represented here. For all those who are here physically, I think, yes. For those who are online, for those who are on, they can now see the building. For those who are here physically, at the back of our brochure, these are one of this block is a 20 flat for one wing, and NPA officers cooperative. We have already fully paid for the 10, which is about 340-something million naira for our members to key into it. The funds are available. After this meeting, the coordinators will be briefed. Those who are interested, the pattern for selection and nomination and the mode of payment is all there. We bought it purposely for our members. In view of the time and everything is on E and listening. For those who are calling now, you are all welcome. If you are.
Thank you, Mr. President. He is truly here. Should I even give us if anything is going to happen? I'm not going to go more than 10 minutes. So I'm going to welcome coordinator to give us speech. You're welcome, madam. Time for one now. Please.
Good afternoon, fellow professors.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
The management of NPA headquarters, Lagos Island Cooperative Multi-Purpose Society, led by a great and humble leader, Alaja. My colleagues from the Ministry of Lagos State's Commerce, Industry and Cooperatives, fellow cooperators, both on ground and in the air. It's a pleasure being here. I was posted to this area office January this year, and because I've never worked in Lagos Island before, in all my service here, I was a bit apprehensive. But I must tell you, the likes of your president, Alhaji Babayo, were part of the people that made my coming and made it less anxious and more at home. So I just want you to help me first of all, thank you. He came and he said, "Madam, don't worry. Where you are, don't worry, madam." And I see it because he has been very, very supportive. Even via your account. I was discussing this account with the director on Sunday because I went to her house and it's a very big society and you are moving towards the bullet points. And the bullet points is that you are metamorphosizing into a microfinance bank. Because that is the capital of every cooperative society. We nurture cooperative societies to become eventually a microfinance bank. And so I had to discuss with her because the bullet points are there, your highlights are there, and you're already moving towards that. So I had to go and to talk to her to let us see the bullet point because she also called me to say she needs to understand, and I said yes. Because a society that is declaring a capital base of over 4 billion is already metamorphosizing, and that is what you're doing. So first and foremost, that is why you see, and that was why we were not, what we saw that the surplus was less than what you had last year, with a difference of about just 2.5%. We were not anxious because we know that for more money, we need to spend more money. And you will see that, especially in the area where the treasurer was trying to explain to you the volume of money spent on training. We concluded that for a society that is asset-based, because this society is asset-based, and there's the vision and mission of this society is not only to improve the economic well-being of your members, but to give roof to all your members. Because I was talking to Alaji one day and I said, it seems as if you want to give roof to over 1,000 members. I have never seen that happen in the cooperative society. You are proving to me that it's not impossible. So, and that was the reason why we said we need to get you much more involved. If you are moving towards that bullet point, if you are rising towards that height, then members need to be much more involved. You need to be much more educated. You need to be much more trained. You need to understand the tenets and the tenacity of cooperative societies. And that was why we called for your involvement. We're even calling for that involvement again this year. We called for more involvement of members. Because when the treasurer was explaining and I had 30 members for the retreat, for the training, I said no. And she asked her, because I know that in your report, we are over 100 of your members attending the seminars. We have over 30, at least from each location, from your locations. I don't know how many locations that you have. And then apart from that, you have the highest number of members coming for the intensive training retreats every year
it's going to happen again this December. So the reason why we are saying that is we need you to be much more involved. Why? Because you are getting to a stage where at this time, the society is asset-based and you are too liquid. I'm even going to come to that. You are too liquid for anybody to come on board and mess up. So we sat down and we looked at it. That if you're moving towards that, then we need you to be more involved, to be much more educated, to be much more, so that when anybody messes up, we have a right to sell whatever property you have. We have a right to arrest you. We have a right. You can't get to the court of law and tell us you don't know what is happening. And that is why, even if not for this year, we would have done that, but another seminar, another retreat is coming up this December, and we are also advocating. I also spoke with him. We are also advocating that more members should also attend, so that you all know what is happening, especially concerning your own corporate societies. When you see a corporate society that is asset-based like this, when we get to the retreat, we use your own strength to strengthen others. We use other people's strengths to also strengthen your own weakness. That is the essence. It's called synergy. That is why we say, please come out and understand what is happening. So that is why you are seeing so much money pumped into that area. It's for your own good and for this society's good. Okay, for the area of liquidity, you have your funds in bonds, you have them in deposits and all that. But right now, I think about 2 weeks ago, the country has been confirmed to be in a recession. What it means is that what we have now is galloping inflation. When the country is in recession, you don't put your money in the bank. You have too much money. You don't put your money in the bank when the country is in recession. Because what it means is that once your money is in the bank and the country is in the recession, we have developing inflation, the value of that money goes down. It doesn't appreciate. So even we as regulators, we don't agree, we don't allow. So I'm advocating now and I'm employing executives of disability societies, please. I see that you're doing much more, you're investing, you're putting, maybe you should. Maybe now we can give everybody over 1,000 people housing. I don't know how you're going to do it, but I don't want to. I don't want to see your money, and I'm saying it. I don't want to see your money in the bank. I don't. I want you to invest it, because when you invest it, even if it's that of recession, by the time recession is over, it will appreciate. But when your money is in the bank, there's nothing you can do about it. It will devalue it. So please, executives, be on your toes. Supervisory committee members, please, don't let them rest. Let them be on their toes to invest your money. Look at the visibility study, the environment, fine. We know the economy is unstable, but we also know that the pandemic has added to it. But in all of it, I know that there are opportunities. Even in the pandemic, there are opportunities for growth. Because the likes of Dangote will tell you that they are not afraid. What they just try to see is look for that window of opportunity and they plunge into it. And I also want the society to do that. Okay, so lastly but not the least, as mighty as the society is, I found out that your share capital is not identified. I need you to identify your share capitals. What do I mean by that? At this stage, every member of this cooperative ought to buy shares from the cooperative. Our own shares are not quoted in the stock exchange market, but they're peculiar to us. What it means is that every member of this society must become a shareholder. I see that it's because you have so much funds. That is why you're going into various forms of investments. Under the circumstances, a multi-purpose corporate society stands on 2 feet. The truth and credit aspects, that's the credit and their savings and credit facilities and all that. The second one is investment. And that investment ought not to happen without members subscribing to shares of the society. So because you have already done that, I need you to identify your shares. What it means is that for every member, for every savers, whatever it is that they have as savings, let them divide it and agree. So that the executives will first of all give you the value of the shares before you can say, okay, this is the amount of shares I'm going to buy. But in cooperative, in cooperative, even all over the world, so that the chairman must not emerge. It's democratically governed. So what it means is that the shares are limited to just 5. What it means is that the most you can buy shares in the cooperative society is just 5 shares. And when you're leaving, it's not compulsory. When you're leaving the services of the host organization, it's not compulsory that you leave the cooperative. You can leave your shares in there and continue to take your dividend. But if you don't want to do that, because cooperative is voluntary, if you don't want to do that, you sell the shares back to the society. You don't sell it onwards, just like the ones that are put in the stock exchange market. So that way it is controlled. You sell it back to the society, they sell it to incoming members or people that have not attained the 5 points of shares. So your executives, when they come to our office, will explain to them. I need you to identify that so that you can know for sure how much of your shares per person is being invested into that investment sector of the cooperative. Do you understand? Like I said, you are moving on, so we need to break it down one by one, so that we know how much you have for shares. So that by the time you cross that threshold of being a microfinance bank and CBN is coming in, we need to explain to them how it is, how you have gone and how far you have gone. All right. So on that note, I want to say thank you once again. I really appreciate your executives. I must confess. Because just like they said, this is new, but you see, we found out that cooperative societies can actually take advantage of this situation for not holding their AGM. But the moment I told that Alaji that it is possible, and I said you can have it online, he was so responsible. What it means is that the executives are responsible. What it means is that they're not afraid, they have nothing to hide. Because if they have, a lot of cooperative societies were still on ground fighting that they must hold it and that it is possible. So yours is going to be another example now that we're going to use for another cooperative society to tell them that we're just coming from NPA and we had virtual AGM and it's actually happening. So that is why we said, and we're also employing the Supervisory Committee, please hold on to them very well so that they can give you the best. Thank you very much.
On behalf of the executive and everybody present here, we say a very big thank you to Madam for this wonderful lecture. I'm sure everybody will be anticipating to go for this lecture they are saying now. I mean, going by what she has told us now, that means we all need to go for the training so that we can all be enlightened about most of the things, because I mean, this is just a tip of the iceberg. Now I need the Vice President to give us the vote of thanks for Madam.
My area officer, my president, operators, all protocols on side. On behalf of the executive, I want to say thank you for your support throughout the year. Pray that God will continue to guide and lead us. Like the Americans will say, God bless America. Our God is God bless our cooperative society.
God bless Nigeria.
And God bless Nigeria too. And Lagos State, our home state, NPA. And God bless NPA in a very big way. We say thank you for your support. Those out there on Zoom, we appreciate you. We promise to serve you better this time around. We'll keep learning, we'll keep moving ahead. Say thank you. Because of the time constraint, I don't want to talk much. We say thank you and God bless you as you go home. God will lead us back home safe in Jesus' name. And those of us on the other side, may Allah bless us in the mighty name of Allah. Thank you very much and God bless.
Thank you, my Vice President. Thank you for the closing remarks. For our viewers in the virtual world, we say thank you. For those here, we say thank you. Our supervisory committee. Our supervisory committee, are they here? Okay. I think is our annual thing that we do. That will give the supervisory committee the chance to say something about the executives because they are the ones supervising us. So they're supposed to give us a speech. So please, I think the representative of the supervisory committee is there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All was duly observed. As supervisory committee of this great cooperative society, we have gone through the reports and we are all satisfied with what is given to us. We also appreciate the executives for their cooperation because at any time we need anything, we ask them, they give it to us without any hindrance. I must say thank you to the executives, and we have heard from the area coordinator, and we will promise to do our best for the development of this cooperative. Thank you all.
Okay. That is very brief from the representative of the supervisory committee. I thank you very much. Okay, because this is not just an AGM that involves people that are here. I also have people that are on the virtual board. So I don't know if we are entertaining any question from the virtual board. So we're going to see if you have any questions. So I'm going to take 2 questions from the virtual board so that we'll go over some of them for us. Okay, do we have any? Okay.
There's no question again.
Okay, I think it's still the same, Mr. Diego. Mr. Diego, that's the last question. Mr. Diego, I think, Mr. President, I want to use this opportunity that maybe in our next AGM, I don't know where Mr. Diego is. He is in the name, Mr. President, with your blessing. Do we invite Mr. Diego to this guy? Because I think I would like him. He's very active.
With the permission given to me by the representative of the Director of Cooperative, in our next AGM, Mr. Diego will come along with the coordinator of Oneport from Makakot. You should take, Nuru, you should take that note. Thank you.
Mr. Diego, I'm sure you're watching us live. For being very active, I think you won a trip to Lagos next year. So this is going to encourage us to be active online as we go on with the next year as well. So I don't know, do we have any other question? Because I'm saying I'm going to stay soon. Okay. Mr. Diego is sending his appreciation. So probably let me read his appreciation quickly. Okay. Oh, in this case, it's very brief. He said, appreciate. So Mr. Diego appreciates our. Okay, so people ask question. Okay, one other thing is, we're talking about the houses, the affordable houses, you understand, the building of the houses. So the banner of the houses are back there. So I don't know if the cameraman can try and see the banner. Is it possible to see it? If you can't see it, the cameraman can bring it. Okay. Excuse me. Photographer, please, excuse me, we didn't see the banner. So can you zoom in? I can bring the banner to you if you can't zoom in. I don't want to, don't move this wire too far. Because someone will zoom on. I don't want this zoom to zoom on. Okay, area said go. They said we can go. Go, 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 go. Are we all right? Can I say, I don't know if this is not part of the house I want to say, but this is not part of it. Don't move on. The man, yeah, the same thing, the same thing. They're just getting into the wire because of some first time or so. When did you go there together? I will also say welcome to some of our members that are just coming because you can understand the traffic is crazy. You're coming to be a go to the bridge is blocked. You go to Western Avenue is blocked. You go to the moon is blocked. So, like I said, we're using this opportunity to say welcome to everybody. Those are just coming. Please, you're welcome. We really appreciate you. But if you have the time to come at this, we are also appreciated. We are not everything for this AGM. We said this AGM is supposed to be exactly 1 hour. The reason why I said 1 hour is so I think we will go through the time. Because I understand the traffic, having started at 1, they say 2 o'clock, we expect them to start because I don't know where to go. So we are trying to do outside. So, cameraman, you zoomed it. Okay. Okay, now we need to see everything. Now the next thing is to adjourn the AGM. We have said so many things. Area has spoken. The president, being the January of our time, has launched the houses. Although I don't know if I'll call it, it's local standards in the state. I rise. Okay, I rise. Okay. They're calling my attention to something. Let me see. Someone just made a suggestion that okay, now moving forward, that's from our virtual members. So moving forward, that we should share the report of the AGM virtually 2 days to the election, so that we would have been able to peruse it. So the suggestion is well noted, and we'll work on that for next AGM. So, like I said, adjournment of the AGM. So I need someone to move a motion for the adjournment of the AGM, so that we can all go home on time. Because I want to go. Because this suit I'm wearing, by the time traffic beats, by the time traffic beats, I will drop it. And the worst thing is the area will not see me in this suit, they will slap me. So I want to go on time. Please, I beg you. Someone to adjourn this meeting. Let's go. I'm very humble. Please, I beg you, in the name of God. Thank you. I don't like this man. Okay.
Yeah, my name is Bello Muhammad Okorillo. I am standing here to move for the adjournment of the AGM. So, headquarters.
Okay, thank you.
Online.
I told you, I love this year's AGM. I love this year's AGM. People are very active. So basically, the motion was moved and it's been seconded online. So thank you. Who seconded it online? In fact, you deserve an award. You get a business class to Lagos. You deserve an award. Wonderful person. So before the closing prayer, because after the closing prayer, I'm sure we'll all be singing, but there is need for it for us to have a quick. I need to pass an information to everybody. I'm sure you all looking at your table. The only thing we provided for you is water. I'm sure some people are already. I understand. We are not that stingy. Although we are trying to avoid quality rush as well. So if you're going, as you're going out, after the closing, you will be handed your pack. There's a pack for everybody for the feeding. So please bear with us and don't grumble. So we need to close this meeting. So I need someone, because the high table actually opened the gates. Oh, the president said the high table must close the gates. Okay. Who am I? Imam. I like financial secretary.
Thank you so much. Sallu ala Nabi Kareem. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, rabbil alamin, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
So, on this note, we bring this session to a close. People online, we thank you. You're very active. People here, we say thank you to everybody. As you're going, please pick up your pack there. There's a pack for everyone. Please pick up your pack. It's enough to go around. Please, I want everybody to be happy. I don't want everybody to be angry with me.
Nice Calavata. Nice everything. Thank you.
My coordinator, I don't think it's